What's going on, guys? So previously we were doing the fueling system on the Z4, so we left off with upgrading the fuel pump to the stage 2.5, but it's ready to go back in. So everything's together now it can be put back into the gas tank down below. But we did not fully finish it because we are still waiting on Precision Raceworks to come out with their upgraded top hat. So we left off on the top hat for the fueling system for the Z4. So the pump is upgraded and that's ready, just waiting on that part from Precision Raceworks to come out for the Z4 specifically. So for now, I'm going to try to get ahead and work on something else. As a lot of you know, for many of the cars that you upgrade the fueling system for, so upgrading the pump, the EKPM module will overheat because of the extra fueling from that fuel pump. From Terminator LLC is one place that you can get that from. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. But that product does come with a fan too. So for $160, you can get the upgraded EKPM module with a fan so that it stays cool and it doesn't overwork or overheat. So you're able to run that upgraded fuel pump. So on the Z4, it's a little different. I'll show you guys where to find that on the car here. So I already have the trunk open so that we can get this ready. Remove all the trim area in the trunk so that we can access that module and remove it and then replace it with the new one. So I'll show you guys how to install the new upgraded one so that we can run this upgraded fuel pump properly. Here we have all that trim panel. So we're gonna be removing this entire shield here. And mine's cut because I wanted to just cut it instead of removing all the trim to access the coilovers. But as you can see, there's a lot that we're going to be taking apart. We'll start here from the back and work our way to the front. As you can see, you can already see some of the pins here that we're going to be taking off. So like I said, we're going to start back here and I'll show you all of the pins that I take out as we get towards the front. There are two in the front back there. You can see that they're still out. I did not put them back, but those are pretty hard to get to. As you can see, that's how they look like on the other side. Those are usually the hardest. There's another one back there that I'll try to show you guys better, but when we get to that, I'll show you. All right, guys, so far, I popped this trim piece right off, so it just pulls right up. As you can see, here's what it looks like before, and here's what it looks like after you pop it off. So it just clips in. Just be careful. Put even pressure on both sides so it pulls straight up. And now I'm working on this cover here. As you can see, there's a pin here, push pin here. So once that is taken off, you can remove this cover, set it aside, and we will be able to also remove this back plate here. So I'm going to work on removing that, and that just allows for all of this trim to come out. We got this trim piece out now too, so you can see where it clips in, these three spots there. And what I did was just pull straight back evenly, so even pressure all around, so you don't break anything and it pulls right out. And now we'll start working on the pins for all of this carpeting here. So we can see that we got one here, back there. I'll let you guys know if there's anything back here because it's kind of hidden behind this trim. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to have to remove anything there. But I'm only going to remove all the exposed push pins for now. I'm going to go through with you guys on all the push pins I removed. So we'll start back here. You can see there's no push pins over here. One right here. One right here. One back here. The two back here. One right here. So you can see they're next to each other. And that'll allow this entire piece to come off, and this just pops off. So once again, you want to pull back on here and push up on here and it'll remove. one back there, as you can see. And then finally the hardest one, which you will want to pull this back. Right behind this tab right here, there's another one. So you can see the back panel here. There's one in the middle. So what you want to do if you don't want to move the convertible top, you can just pull back on here and access the push pin behind it, which is what I did. So we'll put the cover back and we'll start removing all of the trunk liner pieces. So first I'm going to fully remove this one that I already popped off, and we'll go from there. Well guys, once I removed the liner over here, there was another hidden one here. So one more push pin over here. I'll let you guys know if I find any more. Well, there you guys go. So once I was able to remove that last push pin, I was able to pull this carpet liner all the way off pretty easily. It didn't fight back too much, but here we can see the EKPM module back here. As you can see right there, it has the BMW symbol. And with that, it actually has two bolts that hold it in place, which is on the right side here and on the left side. I'll see if I can show you at least one of the bolts here. So yeah, there's one bolt, and the other bolt's directly on the other opposite side. So all we have to do is unplug that. Well, I would unbolt it and then unplug it and switch it out for the new one. Right now we're waiting on the upgraded one to come in the mail. So once I have that, I'll show you guys me removing this module and then comparing the two, the old one and the new one, and then we'll install the new one. So it is now unplugged and unbolted. So as you can see, there's two plugs that you have to undo, and they just have little clips that you have to push back on to release the plug on both the white one and the black one. And then here are the bolts. Mine were colored, so one's like red and blue. Not sure why, but those are now off and set aside. Here's my old one. So as you can see, the difference here, the bracket that uses the bolts to keep it secure and in place, and then the connectors. And now here is the one from Terminator. As you can see, it has a fan. I believe it's a 3D printed case that holds in the fan and everything because of the upgrade. So thicker, but similar, and same plugs here. Like this one, you have all the information from BMW, and then this one doesn't have that because of the upgraded casing. But you don't need any of this information. I'll show you guys how to code this new one in. You don't need any special numbers like when coding injectors. It'll automatically do it and detect it. As you can see, it's pretty cool how the color shift on this is. But we'll go ahead and throw this in the car. Shouldn't be too difficult. Pretty straightforward. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's mounted up and plugged back in. There she is. She's all plugged in and mounted up. So it is a little awkward to try to get the bolts on from this angle, but it is possible. Unless you want to move the convertible top and have easier access from the top. I have a lot of things disconnected on this car, so I don't want to turn the ignition on. I was able to do it this way, not too bad. You can see it's a little bulkier, but it's not hitting anything. It still fits in there quite well. Everything looks good. So we're at the point now where we can put everything back together. As of right now, all the trim is off, but I'm going to go ahead and put everything back on. And that's it, guys. So I got my battery tender back to where it was before, because like I said, there's a lot of work being done on this car. So right now the battery's on the tender. So what I will do is I will include a video here that I will show you guys on how to code the new upgraded module. It's pretty straightforward, like you'll see now. that does it, guys. And that coating procedure should be the same for all BMW models, so no matter which one you have. Just in this video, you're seeing how to replace it on the Z4 specifically, but coating will be the same for all the other models. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.